you know what Akzonobel is?
No.
Do you know what Akzonobel is?
No.
Do you know what Akzonobel is?
No, I don't know. What is it?
Hello, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Fine, fine. You know what Akzonobel is? We'll explain to you.
Of course Andreas didn't know, as many people don't. But we are gonna explain you what Akzonobel is. Follow us, okay? So in 2017, Akzonobel revenues or net sales were $10 billion and cost of goods sold were $6 billion.
No. Come on. That is too boring. We are talking about corporate social responsibility, okay? So did you know that Akzonobel is a really good example about corporate social responsibility?
Okay.
In this video, we will explain you about 7 core subjects based on ISO 26000. We will start now.
So to begin with, we're gonna start with introduction. What Akzonobel is a leading company in coating industry. They were established in 1994, headquartered in Amsterdam. Now they operate in up to 80 countries around the world, such as Turkey, Mexico, Australia, China, etc. They employ 46,000 employees. Their main activities are decorative paints, coating, and specialty chemicals. Of course, they have their own policies, which is called Code of Conduct and Business Partner Code of Conduct, where they write all the rights and all the rules which their employees, customers, and business partners have to fulfill. They have Human Rights Committee, which is responsible for all problems which are connected with human rights issues. They try to find solutions. The main part of Human Rights Committee is being responsible for incentives of employees. If they're doing a good job or bad job, they have to somehow support. Human Rights Committee is also responsible for finding different risks. For example, they in last year defined 4 risks as health and safety risk, working condition risk, discrimination and harassment, and underage labor risk. So those are 4 which they are really concerned and really focused in their work.
In the creativity part, they actually let their employees decide what to do. They let them express their ideas, which is very important for the employees to feel important in a company.
I will talk about labor practices. For Akzonobel, the most important thing are its employers, because they are the base of the company. So, based on ISO 14001, they have like this program about human resource and safety in the workplace. So, every 3 or 4 months, the executive committee do like a meeting and start to review what is the situation in the company and start to look what are the problems, what they have to fix and improve for its employees. Another thing that they have is like they are really worried about its employees' growth as persons, as professionals. So they are always training them about marketing, about law, about sustainability, about integrity, about values, for principles of the company. They have the code of conduct and business partner code of conduct because they want to be consequently. They want that the people who works with them have the same values and the same principles. So they have a really good labor practices. Pam, did you know that Akzonobel invests a really big amount of money to improve projects that innovate and create solutions for reduce to the minimum the footprint of carbon and...
Yeah, I read that they also have this project of turning waste into synthetic oil.
Yes, and they want to reduce 30% the carbon emissions, and that's amazing. They want to increase the eco premium products, like detergents and all those stuff that being friendly with the environmental. So that is really good, and they have the certificate that proves that they are really friendly with the environment. Yes.
In Akzonobel, the employees know that if they ever encounter a problem related to discrimination or with drug addiction or alcohol addiction, they can do human resources, they can trust the company to help them because the company is right there to help them. Akzonobel, the employees know that they can trust the company if they ever encounter a problem related to discrimination, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, because the company will help them and they know that they can trust them in this way. If they ever encounter a problem with discrimination, for example, they go to human resources and they will take care of it because they really don't want these kind of problems inside the company. As we have learned from this video, Akzonobel is a company that really takes care of its employees, of its consumers, and of the environment in general. They want to give the best products to the consumers. They don't want to use toxic chemicals, and they want their employees to feel safe inside the company. This way, we can see that they actually apply their three most important principles, which are sustainability, integrity, and safety. Even though the ISO 26000 is not really a certificate, after doing all this research, we have come to the conclusion that it's actually working. They are actually applying it to the company and it works.